What's going on, people? Good morning, good afternoon. It's a beautiful day again in the Midwest. Sorry for the noise, the elevator drying corn. Anyways, we got Cottrell Inc. is a car hauler company, makes car hauler trailer company, makes these trailers. And I got a friend of mine, he owns quite a few of them. He has nine car haulers and a 7. I think he got only one less than 7. I'm not going to talk about equality, whatever, but there's a couple things needs to be done on it quite often, and it doesn't do. And I come across a lot of it. They rust it out like stupid fast, really fast. The reason being, they do paint them on the outside fairly well, but when they weld them together, let's say this is cross member or beam, inside here is bare metal, so they end up rusting out from inside out. The way to prevent that, in my opinion, it needs to be get washed as much as on the outside. More than anything, it's got to be washed inside. So the reason being, right here is the hole. That's, you have to, what I do, anywhere I find a hole like this, I blow water in it, then I blow water right here, and it come out right there, and there's a lot of rust coming out. So ideally, if you will buy one of these trailers, in my opinion, my unprofessional opinion, you bought this trailer new, you didn't haul a single load on it. What I would do is buy a beeswax in a can, an automotive part with a very long tube, and anywhere there's like a hole right here, I would stick that tube inside, and it's basically the tube, and it has a nozzle in the end, and it sprays, not directly sprays around, and I would drag that tube and spray a bunch of beeswax inside of it. Same thing, I believe there's right here on the bottom, this hole. See how it's I don't know the camera, see how it's rusty it is already? And if you go inside farther in, it gets terrible. So the gravel salt sits on it, and I believe right in the bottom of this beam there's a bunch of holes too. And another thing, I don't know why they did this way. Right in the back here, right before the axles, they got this aluminum plate right here. Look at that. Camera's catching, but this is all, I already washed it off. What it is, there's wires and stuff runs on behind here, and they put this as for the protection, that way the rocks doesn't fly in from the front. But when you go in a regular truck wash, it doesn't get washed off. Look at all that crap inside there, and I already washed it once. So in theory, it would take a couple bolts off and move this plate or whatever you want to call it away, and wash it off, and then spray beeswax on it too, and then try to keep it clean at least once every 3 months, to grab a power wash and wash it off. And then another thing, if you look, everything is zip tied. Those zip ties, after a while, they get hot cold. In the summertime, when they get brittle and they break. And I came across people actually start dragging them on the road, or they kink them, or they rub against sun, for the example. Look, just the zip ties. I mean, I don't know why. Well, they did put a bracket right here. So, but they do break too, because there's 9 NICs, and it's hard to wash in between them. And if this zip tie is not too tight, you run down the road and they will rub against the hydraulic lines, and then you create yourself a leak. So the trailer is somewhat, let's say that way, somewhat built somewhat well, but since they don't spray the beeswax inside the structure steel, they just rust it out from inside out. So there's a way to prevent that. Like I said, wash it quite a bit. Then I got a pack car engine, I gotta do quite a few things. There's a few oil leaks, few coolant leaks, because it started getting cooler at night time. But I gotta get the trailer done first. The wiring is another issue. They run those wires inside of the structural steel and nothing holds them, and they basically, when you're going down the road, vibrates and wires get rubbed through. So if you do own one of those, so you're planning to buy one of those, I would recommend to wax it right at the get-go. If you're kind of already too late to do that, if you didn't done it, but it's never too late to do it, get yourself a good power washer, especially steam washer, and clean the heck out of it and fill it in with the wax, or even, some people gonna say, yeah, it does, just a regular WD-40. Like buy this, I buy this big cans right here, industrial grade, and just spray it in a whole bunch. But like I said, this customer doesn't keep his trailers for too long. I think he keeps them maybe like 3-4 years. We do pretty good maintenance on them. We wash them out, clean them out, and I believe that one is 2017, 18. It still looks really well, really good. For reason being, like I said, we wash a lot. But that's all what I got, people. No regrets for quitting trucking and staying, I would say, fairly busy. There's quite a bit of work to do, and it seems like it is a high demand for a grease monkey like me. So thanks for watching all. Have a blessed one. Stay tuned. Sorry once again I don't post too many videos lately. Just like I said, fairly busy. I do record some of it, but they end up being too long, and then I have to download them, and in the shop where I'm standing right now, it doesn't have a very good service unless I have the door open, because the building is a steel. So comment below if you need any information and see if I can help somebody out, or you guys want me to record video on certain things, maybe pack car or something. I can I start working a lot more of them, and I start getting my knowledge on the pack car step up. Actually, I do like them, but there's a couple hands which actually, when I'm gonna do work on this truck, I will show you guys a couple secrets to keeping running them. I would say, well, there's a couple sensors needs to be cleaned out quite often, which I just came across there, and it makes a huge difference. Thanks for watching all. Have a blessed one.